Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bullony Basketball. Another successful season in the NBA, and it's only right that we end off the same way that we've ended the last few. We got a minigame. The NBA Fast Money minigame was the one I did throughout the season, for the bulk of it at least. And so the 16 contestants that I had on throughout the season, they're all coming back to compete for a tournament. Should be a lot of fun, and I'll show you guys, I guess, on the screen what the higher seed advantage is. Be sure to smash the like button and also subscribe if you haven't already. This tournament was really exciting to do, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Give me an NBA player that has large hands.
Kawhi Leonard.
Okay, give me someone who could be considered the greatest scorer in NBA history.
Michael Jordan.
Okay, give me an NBA team that hasn't won a playoff series in this decade, so since 2020.
Sacramento Kings.
Okay, give me a color in the Miami Heat's team branding.
Red.
Okay, and give me an elite defender who has played for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Sidney Moncrief.
Okay, solid answers. You got them all in with 40 seconds remaining. Give me an NBA player that has large hands.
Kawhi Leonard.
Give me someone who could be considered the greatest scorer in NBA history.
Kevin Durant.
Give me an NBA team that hasn't won a playoff series in this decade. Since 2020.
The Kings.
Give me a color in the Miami Heat's team branding.
Red.
And give me an elite defender who's played for the Bucks.
Drew Holiday.
Okay, you got it in good time. You got it in like literally 30 seconds. Give me an NBA player that has large hands. You said Kawhi Leonard. That was the number one answer on the board, and that got you 28 points. Give me an NBA player that has large hands. You said the Claw, Kawhi Leonard. Pretty good answer. That was the number one answer on the board. 28 points that got you.
Sweet.
Give me someone who could be considered the greatest scorer in NBA history, and you did say Michael Jordan for that one. And that was a good answer. Number one answer, 34 points. Give me someone who could be considered the greatest scorer in NBA history. You said Kevin Durant. That was a pretty good answer. That was the number two answer on the board with 23 points. Jordan was number one.
Yeah.
Give me an NBA team that hasn't won a playoff series in this decade, as in since 2020. You said the Sacramento Kings. Hadn't made it there in forever. They literally just made it last year. And that was a pretty solid answer. That was the number two answer on the board with 19 points.
That was probably the toughest question in my opinion.
Give me an NBA team that hasn't won a playoff series in this decade. You said the Sacramento Kings. That was a good answer. That was the number two answer on the board again. 19 points. Give me a color in the Miami Heat's team branding. You said red. Pretty straightforward. That is the number one answer. And that got you 42 points because that is a pretty common answer there. Give me a color in the Miami Heat's team branding. You said red, and that was the number one answer. Got you 42 points. So that's really bolstered your score right now. Give me an elite defender who played for the Milwaukee Bucks. You said Sidney Moncrief. Number one answer on the board, 27 points.
Okay,
Wow.
as soon as I said Sydney, I'm like, I kind of got a little worried because I'm like, dang, Giannis would have been a good answer too.
Give me an elite defender who's played for the Milwaukee Bucks. You said Drew Holiday. Pretty good answer. That was the number three answer on the board with 13 points.
Is Giannis above?
Giannis was above him, and so was Sidney Moncrief.
Okay.
Overall, I mean, you got points basically for every single one. I think every question you at least got like a dozen points on basically, and you got 125 points, which is much better than what you did in the season. So
easier questions.
You are moving on to the next round.
Whew. Okay, we'll take that one. I was afraid my opponent got all the number one answers, and then that would have like really set me back.
Give me an NBA player with a high turnover per game average for their career. You can pass if you don't know.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Give me a current player that is probably the best player in the game today.
Nikola Jokic.
Give me a common NBA accessory besides shoes or socks that players wear in a game.
Shooting sleeve.
Okay, give me a Spurs player who is in the Hall of Fame.
Who is Tim Duncan.
Give me a current team that is with the Toronto Raptors in the One Ring Club.
Denver Nuggets.
Okay, and back to the first question. Give me an NBA player with a high turnover per game average for their career.
Emmanuel Mudiay.
Okay. I don't know how high that'll be on there.
Yeah.
Give me an NBA player with a high turnover per game average in their career.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay, give me a current player that's probably the best player in the game today.
Nikola Jokic.
Give me a common NBA accessory besides shoes or socks that players wear in a game.
Headband.
Okay, give me a current team, or my bad, give me a Spurs player who is in the Hall of Fame.
Tim Duncan.
Okay, and give me a current team that is in the One Ring Club with the Toronto Raptors.
One Ring Club with the Toronto Raptors.
You have about 25 seconds.
Okay. One Ring Club.
15 seconds.
With the Toronto Raptors.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, you got that in just in time. So the first one, give me an NBA player with a high turnover per game average for their career. He said Emmanuel Mudiay.
0.
Yeah, that unfortunately was not on there.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anybody, so that was
Yeah.
his first name that came to mind.
Give me an NBA player with a high turnover per game average for their career. You went with Russell Westbrook. That was a good answer. The number one answer on the board, 29 points. Wow.
Very nice.
Give me a current player that is probably the best player in the game today. You said Nikola Jokic. That was a good answer. Number one answer. Got you 33 points. And that's your guy,
Nice.
too.
Yeah, of course.
Give me a current player that's probably the best player in the game today. You said Nikola Jokic. 33 points. Number one answer again.
Nice, nice.
He's cooking the start. Give me a common NBA accessory besides shoes or socks that players wear in a game. You said shooting sleeve or just a sleeve in general.
Yeah.
That was the number one answer with 26 points on the board. Give me a common NBA accessory besides shoes or socks that players wear in a game. You said a headband. That was a pretty good answer. It was not number one, but it was the number 3 answer with 18 points.
We can work with that.
Give me a Spurs player is in the Hall of Fame. You went with the greatest Spurs player of all time, Tim Duncan. And that was a good choice because that was number one. Got you 31 points on the board as well. Give me a Spurs player who is in the Hall of Fame. You said Tim Duncan. That's a big pull. The franchise's all-time player, 31 points, and the number one answer.
Sweet.
Give me a current team that is with the Toronto Raptors in the One Ring Club. You said your club, the Denver Nuggets. Also 31 points on the board. Back-to-back 31 pointers at the end there. Give me a current team that is with your Toronto Raptors in the One Ring Club. If it was just any team with one ring, I'm pretty sure I know who you would have said. But
Yeah.
it's funny how this worked out. So you said the Dallas Mavericks, and that was not the number one answer, but it was a number 3 answer with 19 points.
Okay.
Oh.
Not too bad. Yeah, that first question, like I said, really stopped me, but not too bad.
The first question was indeed pretty crazy. And your opponent got 121.
Ooh.
So you are
Also a
moving
good
on.
showing.
It was so close. It was so close. Give me a former player that's played 15 or more seasons all with one team.
Kobe Bryant,
Give me an NBA team with green in its logo.
Boston Celtics,
Give me a current player that's on social media too much.
Kevin Durant,
Give me a team located west of where the Utah Jazz play.
Lakers,
Give me a current player drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves who isn't on their team right now.
Andrew Wiggins.
Okay, That was, man, you were on it. That was only like 30 seconds. So,
What can I say?
give me a former player that played 15 or more seasons all with one team.
Kobe Bryant.
Okay, give me an NBA team with green in its logo.
Boston Celtics.
Give me a current player that is on social media too much.
Kevin Durant.
Give me a team located west of where the Utah Jazz play.
Portland.
Okay, and give me a current player drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves who isn't on their team right now.
Pass.
That's the last question.
Oh, dang. I'm just going to answer for fun at this point, even if I don't get the points. Damn. Thaddeus Young. I don't know.
Okay. Give me a former player that played 15 or more seasons all with one team. You said the Bean, Kobe Bryant. That was a pretty good answer. Number 2 on the board, 21 points. Give me a former player that played 15 or more seasons all with one team. You said Kobe Bryant. That was a pretty good answer because that was the number 2 answer on the board. 21 points.
Sweet.
Give me an NBA team with green in its logo. You went with the Celtics, and that was a good answer. Number 1 on the board, 37 points.
Yesterday they were the Bucks.
Give me an NBA team with green in its logo. You said the Boston Celtics. Great choice. Number 1 answer on the board, 37 points.
Let's go.
Give me a current player that is on social media too much. You said Kevin Durant. That was the number 1 answer with 31 points. Give me a current player that is on social media too much. You said your very own from the Suns, Kevin Durant. Hey, sometimes you just gotta put the bias aside, and that was the good choice because that was the number 1 answer, 31 points.
It's either him or like Josh Hart or Kyle Kuzma. We were talking about him earlier. Kyle Kuzma's on there a lot, man.
Kyle Kuzma was on the list. He was the last person on the list, but he was on there. Give me a team located west of where the Utah Jazz play. You were thinking of the big market teams. You said the Lakers. Good decision as well because they were the number 1 answer, most popular team that probably fits the criteria, and it got you 29 points.
Yeah, there's them, Warriors, Suns, Kings, Blazers. There's a couple teams there.
Give me a team located west of where the Utah Jazz play. You said the Portland Trailblazers. Not too shabby. That got you 9 points.
Wow. I had to think about that one. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what?
That was a little bit of a geography question.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Give me a current player drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves who isn't on their team right now. You said Andrew Wiggins. That wasn't on there at all because he was technically drafted by Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Give me a current player drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves who isn't on their team right now. You said Thad Young. That was not on there, unfortunately.
Did he play for?
He did play for Minnesota. He was traded
Yeah, I
for
was like
Garnett. Like when Garnett got back to Minnesota.
I knew. That's why I said that. I was like, wait a minute.
You got 98 points on this round. Much better than your last time doing this, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So you are moving on.
We're moving on. Okay. All right. I like that.
Yeah. It was close though. Give me an NBA player with a big shoe size.
Shaq.
Okay, give me an NBA player with the same name as a Mario character. And their name could be Mario.
Mario Chalmers.
Okay, Mario Chalmers. Give me a current head coach that's overrated.
Doc Rivers.
Give me a team that beat the Portland Trailblazers in the playoffs when Damian Lillard was on the team.
Rockets.
Okay, and give me an Oklahoma City Thunder player besides Russell Westbrook to get multiple triple-doubles with the team.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, you made pretty good time. I think you had like 37 seconds left. Give me an NBA player with a big shoe size.
Shaq.
Okay, give me an NBA player with the same name as a Mario character. Could be Mario too.
Mario. Yeah, I was about to say Mario.
Mario who, though?
Chalmers.
Okay, Mario Chalmers. Give me a current head coach that's overrated.
Doc Rivers.
Okay, give me a team that beat the Portland Trailblazers in the playoffs when Damian Lillard was on the team. A team that beat Portland.
I'm going to say the Golden State Warriors.
Okay, and give me an Oklahoma City Thunder player besides Russell Westbrook to get multiple triple-doubles with the team.
Is it Dog?
You got about 20 seconds.
Shay. I should say it right. Shay.
You said Shea?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. All right, you go ahead.
Okay, you already locked in Shea. Give me an NBA player with a big shoe size. You said Diesel, Shaq, Superman, the OG Superman, and it was the number one answer. It got you 31 points. Very good answer. Give me an NBA player with a big shoe size. You said Shaquille O'Neal. Number one answer on the board. 31 points. That's big time. Give me an NBA player with the same name as a Mario character. You said Mario Chalmers. That was also the number one answer. 36 points. Give me an NBA player with the same name as a Mario character. You said Mario Chalmers. Also the number one answer. 36 points. Wow. Give me a current head coach that is overrated. You said Doc Rivers.
Chris Finch.
Well, Doc Rivers was the number one answer.
Okay.
23 points. Give me a current head coach that is overrated. You said Doc Rivers. Also the number one answer.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow. 23 points. Give me a team that beat the Portland Trailblazers in the playoffs when Dame was on the team. You said the Houston Rockets. That unfortunately was not on there.
Damn.
So Portland beat Houston, but Houston didn't beat Portland. Yeah. I think you're probably thinking the other way around is what it was.
Yeah.
Give me a team that beat the Portland Trailblazers in the playoffs when Damian Lillard was on the team. You said the Golden State Warriors. Also, the number one answer. What the heck is going on? Give me an Oklahoma City Thunder player besides Russell Westbrook to get multiple triple-doubles with the team. You said SGA. That was a solid answer. That wasn't number one, but it did get you 13 points.
Okay.
Give me an Oklahoma City Thunder player besides Russell Westbrook to get multiple triple-doubles with the team. You said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to get 5 straight number one answers. He was not number one, but he was on there. He did get you 13 points. You got 103 points, which I believe that was, you got 100 on the season, right? So
Yeah, I think I had 100 total or even.
So that's it's a little bit better, you know, raising your game postseason.
We locked in. I'm on to the next round. Stop playing with me.
You are on to the next round. You didn't seem confident coming in, but
Locked in. I'm locked in.
you must be. Give me someone that's widely considered the NBA GOAT.
Michael Jordan.
Okay, give me the most common height for an NBA player.
6'6".
Okay, give me a common critique of Ben Simmons.
Can't shoot.
Okay, give me someone who played for the Houston Rockets that was born outside the U.S.
Afrin Sagoon.
Okay, and give me a rival team of the Golden State Warriors.
Lakers.
Okay, you made a really good time, actually. You got in like 25 seconds. Give me someone that's widely considered the NBA GOAT.
Michael Jordan.
Give me the most common height for an NBA player.
6'4".
Okay, give me a common critique of Ben Simmons.
Can't shoot.
Okay, give me someone who played for the Houston Rockets that was born outside the U.S.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay, and give me a rival team of the Golden State Warriors.
Cleveland Cavs.
Okay, you made pretty good time. You got them all in with like 32 seconds or whatever. Give me someone that is widely considered the NBA GOAT. You said Michael Jordan. That was the number one answer. That got you 38 points. I know that was a stinger probably for you because I know you probably were like,
I mean, I just
you wanted to say LeBron, but
I already know what everybody gonna say.
An NBA player that's widely considered the GOAT. You said Michael Jordan.
Uh-huh.
That was the number one answer. That got you 38 points on the board.
Alrighty.
Great start. Give me the most common height for an NBA player. You said 6'6". Also a pretty good answer. That was not number one, but it was number two.
What's number
21 points. 6'8".
What? Literally the average height for an NBA player is 6'6". So that's wild.
I guess, but I guess they're saying more long
6'8".
player. I don't know.
Okay.
Give me the most common height for an NBA player. And you said 6'4".
Mhm.
That did get points, but that wasn't the best answer. It got you 6 points. So,
Okay.
the most common answer on there was 6'8", which
6'8".
6'8", yeah. Give me a common critique on Ben Simmons. You said the fact that the man cannot shoot the basketball. And that was the number one answer. It got you 31 points. Give me a common critique on Ben Simmons. You said the man cannot shoot. That was the number one answer. That got you 31 points.
Okay.
Give me someone who's played for the Houston Rockets that was born outside the U.S. You said Alperen Şengün. That was a solid answer. That got you 12 points on the board.
I already know what number one answer was. I don't know why. I didn't think of it at the moment.
Yeah. Give me someone who played for the Houston Rockets that was born outside the United States. You said Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Number one answer, 36 points. Wow. That was pretty good. Give me a rival team of the Golden State Warriors. You said your Lakers. That got you 24 points. That was actually the number two answer. Give me a rival team of the Golden State Warriors. You said Cleveland. For all those years, they went to the finals together.
Mm.
And that was the number one answer. 25 points. Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty good. So,
All right.
overall, I mean, I believe you got points for every single one.
Hey, consistently getting to it. Same numbers.
So you're moving on.
Yes.
Wow.
Let's go.
Nice.
Revenge.
You got your
Hey,
revenge from the over-under tournament.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Give me someone considered the most athletic player in NBA history.
Will Chamberlain.
Give me an NBA player whose career ended too soon.
Greg Oden.
Okay, give me an NBA player that made an impressive comeback from injury.
Sean Livingston.
Okay, give me a team that the Denver Nuggets have beaten a playoff series since 2019.
Lakers.
Okay, and give me a Detroit Piston that was truly one of the bad boys.
Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, that is time. Made pretty good time with that. You had still like 38 seconds remaining, I believe. Give me someone considered the most athletic player in NBA history.
Vince Carter.
Okay, give me an NBA player whose career ended too soon.
Brandon Roy.
Give me an NBA player that made an impressive comeback from injury.
Paul George.
Give me a team that the Denver Nuggets have beaten a playoff series since 2019.
The Lakers.
Give me a Detroit Piston that was truly one of the bad boys.
Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, you made pretty good time. You had like 30 seconds left or something like that. Give me someone considered the most athletic player in NBA history. You said Wilt Chamberlain. Very good answer. That was the number one answer on the board too. 31 points. Give me someone considered the most athletic player in NBA history. You said Vince Carter. That was on there. It wasn't the number one answer, but it did get you 6 points. Give me an NBA player whose career ended too soon. You said Greg Oden. That wasn't bad, but like you got points, but it just wasn't many.
As long as I got points.
You got 3
I
points.
should have said Brandon Roy.
Give me an NBA player whose career ended too soon. You said B. Roy, Timberwolves legend for a couple games. Got you 27 points. Number one answer on the board.
Let's go.
That was a good comeback. Give me an NBA player that made an impressive comeback from injury. You said Sean Livingston. That was on there. It wasn't all too many points, though. It got you 4 points. So
I feel like a little bit more respect should be put on Sean Livingston's name, but hey, at least I got points to give.
give me an NBA player that made an impressive comeback from injury. You said PG-13, Paul George. That was the number one answer as well, and that got you 21 points. Give me a team that the Denver Nuggets have beaten a playoff series since 2019. You said the Lakers. That one was a really good answer. Number one on the board. That got you 26 points.
For sure. That Western Conference Final Series, very memorable.
Give me a team that the Denver Nuggets have beaten a playoff series since 2019. You said the LA Lakers. Another number one answer on the board. Wow. Okay, that one was 26 points. Give me a Detroit Piston that was truly one of the bad boys. You said Isaiah Thomas. That was the number 3 answer on the board.
Let me guess. The number one answer was Bill Laimbeer.
It was Bill Laimbeer. Give me a Detroit Piston that was truly one of the bad boys. You said Isaiah Thomas. That wasn't the number one answer, but it did get you some points. It got you 18 points on the board.
I'll take it.
I think you did get points, I believe, on every single question. It was just those two were a little bit lower, but you still put together 82 points. You know, that's a respectable score. That's going to be...
Not bad.
Let's go!
So you...
Hey, shout out Mo. Much love to Mo, but let's go!
Yeah, that was tough. Give me a great 6-man throughout NBA history.
Jamal Crawford.
Okay, give me a team with an in-state rival.
The New York Knicks.
Okay, give me a great NBA player who also played in the ABA.
Wilt.
Okay, give me an Orlando Magic player who also played for the Miami Heat.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, and give me a Celtics head coach that won a championship with the team.
Oh my God. Why am I stumped? Oh, Doc Rivers.
Of course, Doc Rivers. Give me a great 6-man throughout NBA history.
Great 6-man throughout NBA history. Jamal Crawford.
Okay, give me a team with an in-state rival.
A team. Los Angeles Lakers and Sacramento Kings.
Okay, so you said Lakers first. Give me a great NBA player who also played in the ABA.
Dr. J.
Okay, give me an Orlando Magic player that also played for the Heat.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, and give me a Boston Celtics head coach that won a championship with the team.
Doc Rivers.
Okay. So you made good time. Give me a great 6-man throughout NBA history. You said Jamal Crawford. That was a solid answer. That was number 2 on the board. It did get you 21 points. Give me a great 6-man throughout NBA history. You said Jamal Crawford, Jamal Crossover. Great answer. That was number 2 on the board. It got you 21 points. Give me a team with an in-state rival. You said the Knicks. That was the number 2 answer as well. That got you 20 points. The Lakers were number 1.
Oh.
Give me a team with an in-state rival. You said the Lakers. Technically, you said Lakers and Kings, but what you said first, it was asking for one team. And that is a good answer. Number 1 answer. 28 points on the board.
Yeah, nice. I figured it had to be them or the Knicks.
Give me a great NBA player who also played in the ABA. You said Wilt Chamberlain. He unfortunately did not play in the ABA, so he did not get any points for this one.
Not bad.
Give me a great NBA player who also played in the ABA. You said Dr. J. Solid answer. In fact, it was the number 1 answer. 28 points.
Oh, in my mind, I'm like, oh, it seems too obvious of an answer.
Give me an Orlando Magic player who also played for the Heat. You said Shaquille O'Neal. That was really good. That was the number 1 answer. 26 points.
No.
Give me an Orlando Magic player who also played for the Heat. You said Shaquille O'Neal. I feel like these 2-team questions usually trip people up, but it really didn't trip you up because Shaq was the number one answer, 26 points.
Yeah, as soon as I said it, I was like, I know there's got to be a few others, but I was like, is there a more obvious one than that?
Give me a Boston Celtics head coach that won a championship with the team. You said Doc Rivers. He was on there, but he was the number 3 answer, and he got you 13 points.
Okay.
Give me a Boston Celtics head coach that won a championship with the team. You said Doc Rivers. That one was on there. It was the number 3 answer, though. And it got you 13 points. Tough scene.
He was just better. He was just better today. It's that simple.
He was better today.
Yep.
It was.
Damn.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Victory dance gonna rock the baby like Westbrook.
Give me a team that's lost more than 5 straight games before All-Star break this year.
Before All-Star break, the Detroit Pistons.
Okay, give me an NBA player that could have made the NFL.
LeBron James.
Okay, give me an NBA team that Adrian Dantley has played for.
The Phoenix Suns.
Okay, give me a player that the Philadelphia 76ers drafted Allen Iverson above.
Iverson above.
You can pass if you don't know.
Pass.
Okay, give me an all-time great center for the Atlanta Hawks.
All-time great center for the Atlanta Hawks. Clint Capella.
Okay, and give me a player that the Philadelphia 76ers drafted Allen Iverson above. You got about 20 seconds.
Drafted Allen Iverson above. Michael Finley.
Okay, that is time.
That's a
crazy. That's a crazy pull. Give me a team that's lost 5 or more straight games before All-Star break this year.
5 straight?
Yep, 5 or more.
Pistons.
Okay, give me an NBA player that could have made the NFL.
LeBron.
Give me an NBA team that Adrian Dantley has played for.
Celtics.
Okay, give me a player that the 76ers drafted Allen Iverson above.
Ooh, no.
You can pass if you don't know right now.
I'm passing.
Okay, give me an all-time great center for the Atlanta Hawks.
Dikembe.
Okay, and give me a player that the Sixers drafted Allen Iverson above. You have 15 seconds.
Caron Butler?
Okay. That's such a crazy pull. It's
It is. I don't know.
You said the Detroit Pistons is a team that's lost more than 5 straight games before All-Star break this year. That was a good answer. That was the number 1 answer on the board. 26 points. Give me a team that has lost more than 5 straight games before All-Star break this year. You said the Detroit Pistons. That was a good answer. The number 1 answer. 26 points on the board. Give me an NBA player that could have made the NFL. You said LeBron James. That was the number 2 answer on the board. And that was also 26 points. The number 1 answer was Allen Iverson.
What? Over LeBron? That's crazy.
AI was nice at football, like in high school. Give me an NBA player that could have made the NFL. You said LeBron. Also 26 points, but his was the number 2 answer on the board. Number 1 was Allen Iverson. Because AI was cracked in high school in football. Give me an NBA team that Adrian Dantley has played for. You said the Suns. He unfortunately did not play on the Suns.
Yeah, I had no clue, bro. I'm sorry, Adrian Dantley, bro.
Give me an NBA team Adrian Dantley played for. You said the Celtics. No, it was not on there.
No?
No.
Oh my god, I forgot who Adrian Dantley was, bro. Oh, I was thinking of Avery Bradley. Oh my god.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was Avery Bradley, Celtics probably would have been number 1, actually. Give me a player that the 76ers drafted Allen Iverson above. You
fumbled.
You said Michael Finley. He was not on there. Allen Iverson was drafted in 1996. Michael Finley was 1995.
Wow.
So you were 1 year off. Give me a player that the 76ers drafted Allen Iverson above. You said Caron Butler. First of all, He wasn't on there. Second of all, he wasn't in that draft class either. So
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue.
give me an all-time great center for the Atlanta Hawks. You said Clint Capella. You know, it wasn't the worst answer because it got you 8 points, but I'm surprised it was on there. So you got 8 points for that one, though. Give me an all-time great center for the Atlanta Hawks. You said Dikembe Mutombo. Great answer. Number one answer, and that got you 28 points on the board.
Let's go.
I left way too many points on the board. You told me not to sell. What I do, bro? I sell, bro. Oh my god.
So you are moving on.
Ooh, let's go.
Wow. That was pretty good. And actually, if you didn't get to that last question, you wouldn't have moved on. So that was a huge
Yeah,
one
that
to
makes
get.
sense.
Give me a current NBA player that's referred to by a name other than his first name.
Ja Morant.
Okay, give me a team that Marcus Morris has played for.
The Clippers.
Give me a successful NBA player that played in the G League.
Fred VanVleet.
Okay, give me a Phoenix Suns player that has won an award from All-Star Weekend.
From All-Star Weekend. Tom Chambers? I think he won the dunk contest.
Okay, give me a past season that the New Orleans Pelicans made the playoffs. Just a year.
2022.
You said 2022?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Give me a current NBA player that's referred to by a name other than his first name. You can pass if you don't know.
Yeah, pass.
Okay, give me a team that Marcus Morris has played for.
Morris. Phoenix Suns.
Okay, give me a successful NBA player that played in the G League.
Fred VanVleet.
Okay, give me a Phoenix Suns player that won an award from All-Star Weekend before.
Does this have to be a current Suns player?
No, it could be past or present.
Steve Nash.
Okay, give me a past season the Pelicans made the playoffs.
The 2022 playoffs.
Okay, and you got 12 seconds. Give me a current player that's referred to by a name other than his first name.
Other than his first name. James Harden.
Okay. That was time. Give me a current NBA player that's referred to by a name other than his first name. You said Demetrius Ja Morant. 17 points. That was the number 2 answer on the board.
Okay.
Give me a current NBA player that's referred to by a name other than his first name. You said James Harden. That was not on there.
Not on there.
It was not on
the
there.
beard is not on there. Okay.
Well, so like referred to by a name other than his first name, mostly like it's a name they have, but not the first name. So number
Not
one
the first
was
name.
Steph Curry because his real first name's Wardell. Give me a team Marcus Morris has played for. You said the LA Clippers. Felt like that man was there forever, and that's why it's the number 1 answer. 29 points on the board. Give me a team that Marcus Morris has played for. You said the Phoenix Suns. Wasn't too shabby. That got you 11 points. It was not the number 1 answer, but it could have been much worse too. The number 1 answer was the Clippers. Give me a successful NBA player that played in the G League. You said Fred VanVleet. That was the number 2 answer on the board, and it got you 22 points.
Okay.
Give me a successful NBA player that played in the G League. You said your boy, Fred VanVleet. That was the number 2 answer on there with 22 points. So that was a solid answer. Give me a Phoenix Suns player that has won an award from All-Star Weekend. You said Tom Chambers. I know that was kind of like a hesitant pull, but it was still a pull nonetheless. 10 points. Give me a Phoenix Suns player that won an award from All-Star Weekend. You said Steve Nash, an answer I can appreciate, my second favorite point guard ever. And the people appreciated it too because it was the number 2 answer on the board. You got 23 for this one. Give me a past season that the New Orleans Pelicans made the playoffs. You said 2022, and that was number 2 on the board because it got you 23 points. Give me a past season that the Pelicans made the playoffs. You said 2022. That was on there. It was not the number 1 answer, but it was number 2, and it did pick you up another 23 points. Number 1 was 2018 when they kind of surprised Portland. Unfortunately, he got the better end.
Fair play.
This is the end of the road, unfortunately.
That is okay. If I can fall to the 1 seed, I can have that be a valiant departure. At least 3-point weekly prevails.
101, which is
okay.
Respectable. That's a respectable score.
That's not bad.
Give me an NBA player that has MLB ties.
Does that have to be current?
Anyone, ever. You can pass if you don't know.
Michael.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Michael Jordan.
Okay, give me an all-time great NBA Finals matchup with a year, roughly.
2016.
Like Cavs Warriors?
Yes.
Okay, give me an NBA player who's played both the Lakers and Clippers. Played for both the Lakers and Clippers.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay, give me someone who played for the Nets and the ABA.
Julius Erving.
Okay, give me a Bulls player with more than 500 blocks for the franchise.
Artis Gilmore.
Okay. All right, well, we will see. Give me an NBA player that has MLB ties.
Dog, what?
You can pass if you don't know.
It passed.
Okay, give me an all-time great finals matchup.
Lakers versus Celtics.
What years, like, roughly?
I'm going to say Game 7, 2010.
Okay, give me an NBA player who played for both the Lakers and Clippers.
Lakers and Clippers,
Yeah.
Russell.
Okay, give me someone who played for the Nets and the ABA.
Julius Erving.
Okay, give me a Bulls player with more than 500 blocks for the franchise.
Scottie Pippen.
Okay, and last one is give me an NBA player that has MLB ties, like baseball. You have a little more than 20 seconds.
MLB ties?
Yeah.
Damn.
You have about 15 seconds.
I don't, bro. MLB?
10.
Dwayne Wade?
Saying Dwayne Wade. Okay. D Wade is your answer. Give me an NBA player that has MLB ties. You said the GOAT, Michael Jordan. Wasn't a bad answer. That was number 3 on the board, 18 points.
I blanked for 3 reason. I don't know why.
Give me an NBA player that had MLB ties. You said Dwayne Wade. Kind of seemed like it was forced. It was not on there.
Was it Donovan Mitchell or something?
That actually would have probably been a decent guess, but actually he wasn't on there either. Give me an all-time great NBA Finals matchup. You said 2016 Cavs Warriors. That was the number 1 answer on the board. Got you 23 points. Give me an all-time great finals matchup. You said the 2010 Celtics and Lakers. This was more so like era based. So like the 2008 and 2010 Lakers Celtics is what qualified, and it was on there. That got you 16 points.
Bro, number 1 was 2016, wasn't it?
Number 1 was the Cavs Warriors matchup.
Here, why didn't I say that?
I don't know. It was your turn.
I tweaked out.
Give me an NBA player who's played for both the Lakers and Clippers. You said Russell Westbrook, currently on the team. 21 points, number 1 answer on the board as well. Give me an NBA player who played for both the Lakers and the Clippers. You said Russell Westbrook. That was the number 1 answer on the board, so much needed. 21 points coming your way. Not too bad. Give me someone who played for the Nets and the ABA. You said Dr. J. Good answer. Number 1 answer. I feel like that was probably the most obvious one, maybe. Give me someone who played for the Nets and the ABA. You said Dr. J. Number 1 answer. 38 points. Huge. Give me a Bulls player with more than 500 blocks for the franchise. You said Artis Gilmore. It was a really good answer. That was the number one answer.
Come
28
on, man.
points.
Let's go.
Give me a Bulls player with more than 500 blocks for the franchise. You said Scottie Pippen. That was on there. It was not number one, but it got you 15 points.
Number one.
Number one was Artis Gilmore. It's the end of the road, I fear.
Oh, I was trying to go back to back, bro.
Hey, you still can. You know, there's a lot more tournaments to be had.
But I gotta, you know what I'm saying? It don't hit the same. You win that first one, you win the second one right after. You feel me?
I do get what you're saying, but
All that.
unfortunately, it's going to take another 2 tournaments to happen.
Bro, that was a choke. That was a choke job, bro.
128 points. That's an insane performance. I can't deny
That
it.
was what? 4 number one answers. I'm very happy with that.
3-Point Weekly meeting up in the conference finals.
What else can I say?
Give me an NBA player that has appeared on Family Feud.
Skip. Let's skip.
Okay, give me an NBA team Caron Butler played for.
The Cavs.
Okay, give me a player that is a multiple-time steals leader.
John Stockton.
Okay, give me a Washington Wizards player to average 25 or more points in a season.
John Wall.
Okay, give me a Charlotte Hornets player that made an All-NBA team.
Kemba Walker.
Okay, and back to the first one. Give me an NBA player that has appeared on Family Feud.
Shaq.
Okay. We'll see how you did. Give me an NBA player that's appeared on Family Feud.
Charles Barkley.
Okay, give me an NBA team that Caron Butler played for.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay, give me an NBA player that is a multiple-time steals leader.
John Stockton.
Okay, give me a Washington Wizards player to average 25 or more points a game for a season.
John Wall.
Okay, and give me a Hornets player that's made an All-NBA team. Ever.
Larry Johnson.
Okay. You got it in about...
That was stressful, man.
It was a little stressful. It was a little bit, harder questions, like I said. Give me an NBA player that has appeared on Family Feud. And you said Shaq.
Yes.
That was actually a pretty good answer. That was the number 3 answer on the board. Give me an NBA player that has appeared on Family Feud. You said Charles Barkley.
Total guess.
That was a pretty good guess. That was number 4 answer on the board, actually.
Okay. Okay.
They had like the whole inside crew, so like him and Shaq was on there. So Shaq was an answer on here too. Give me an NBA team that Caron Butler played for. You said the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hate to break it to you. He did not play for Cleveland.
I had no idea. Who did he play for, Brad?
Give me an NBA team Caron Butler played for. You said the Milwaukee Bucks. That was not the number 1 answer, but that did get you some points. It got you 6 points.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. What's number 1 for that?
Number 1 was the Wizards. Give me a player that is a multiple-time steals leader. You went with the all-time steals leader, John Stockton. And that was good thinking because that was the number 3 answer on the board. It got you 18 points.
3?
It was number 3. 2 was Michael Jordan. And then 3...
You're done with the 80s.
And 3... Well, you guessed John Stockton. What are you talking about? Done with the 80s. Give me a player that's a multiple-time steals leader. You said John Stockton. That was a solid answer. Number 3 on the board. Got you 18 points. Top 2 were Chris Paul and Michael Jordan. Give me a Washington Wizards player to have a 25-plus point per game season. You went with John Wall. Tough news.
He had 24.8 one year.
He never averaged 25.
As I said it, I remember he had like 24.8 one year.
Give me a Washington Wizards player to average 25 or more points per game for a season. You said John Wall. He unfortunately never did. So he did
I know.
not
I
make
was like, I don't know any Wizards player that did that, dude.
Yeah. The number 1 answer, though, was his backcourt mate for many years, Bradley Beal. Give me a Charlotte Hornets player that made an All-NBA team. You went with Kemba arguably their greatest player ever. And that was a pretty solid answer. That was the number 2 answer with 25 points. Give me a Charlotte Hornets player that made an All-NBA team. This should be right up your alley. You know, the Hornets. And it was because they were the number 1 answer with Larry Johnson. 27 points.
Cool.
So
I'll take it.
He just beat you out.
If I had said like anyone but John Wall's a bum, bro. How do you not? You have literally had a whole playoff team to yourself.
But dang.
Shout out Xander. That's tough.
61 points.
Okay.
You did do better than him on this round.
I was just trying to think of the all-time steals leader. I think John Stockton's up there, if not number 1, isn't he?
Yep, he is number 1. So that was a good logic there.
Cool.
Give me an NBA team that's won a title but has a losing finals record overall.
Oh God.
You can pass if you don't know.
I'm passing.
Give me a retired NBA player with exactly 4 rings. You got 45 seconds left.
Jesus Christ. What are these? Oh no. I'm passing to him that one.
Give me the greatest NBA 2K game ever.
2K20.
Okay, give me a bench player from the Cavs championship team.
Tristan Thompson.
Okay, give me a former left-handed Laker. 20 seconds for 3 questions.
Oh my God. What's his name?
You got 12 seconds.
Isaiah Thomas?
Okay, give me a team with that's won a title but a losing finals record overall.
The Cavs.
Okay, and give me a retired player with exactly 4 rings. You got 1 second.
I don't know.
Okay, I was trying so hard to get you that last answer. Give me a team that won a title but has a losing finals record overall. You can pass if you don't know.
The Raptors. No. Oh.
Okay, give me a retired NBA player with exactly 4 rings. Retired player with 4 rings.
Shaq.
Okay, give me the greatest NBA 2K game.
NBA 2K21.
Okay, give me a bench player from the Cavs championship team.
Well, he started as one Matthew Dellavedova.
Okay, give me a former left-handed Lakers player.
Lamar Odom.
Okay, those are the answers. Give me a team that won a title but has a losing finals record overall. You win with Cleveland. Actually, was a pretty good answer. That was the number 2 answer on the board.
What? Oh my God.
Give me a team that has won a title but a losing finals record overall. You said the Raptors. Obviously, that was not on there. Number 1 answer was the Knicks.
Ah, yes.
Give me a retired player with exactly 4 rings. You did not give me an answer, so you didn't get anything. Give me a retired NBA player with exactly 4 rings. You said Shaq.
My second Shaq.
Now, that was the number 1 answer. That got you 33 points. Shaq is really doing you wonders.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the greatest NBA 2K game. You went with 2K20. It was on there. It wasn't a super high answer, I will say, but it got you 4 points.
Okay.
Give me the greatest NBA 2K game, and you said NBA 2K21. That unfortunately was not on there.
I haven't played any of those since NBA. Something before the 10s. NBA. I haven't played since the NBA Live days. Put it that way.
Give me a bench player from the Cavs championship team. You went with Tristan Thompson.
Which is wrong, I already know.
Hate to break it to you, but he was a starter on that team. So, yeah, he was not on there. Give me a bench player from the Cavs championship team. You said Matthew Dellavedova. That was a solid answer. That got you 15 points, and he was number 3 on the board.
Who's for 1 and 2?
Number 1 was Richard Jefferson.
Right.
And number 2 was Mo Williams.
Oh, interesting. Right.
Give me a former left-handed Lakers player. You went with Isaiah Thomas, which is pretty interesting because I feel like a lot of people forget he even played on the team. But 4 people did not, because you got 4 points. Give me a former left-handed Lakers player, and you said Lamar Odom. That was the number 1 answer, 26 points. So
I think recency again, yeah.
That was definitely a pretty good poll.
Yeah, I'm cooked.
You were cooked. Unfortunately, we won't get the Xander versus Michael matchup.
One of these days, I'm telling you.
You know, it was a lower score in your first round, but 74 points is still pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, those were much more challenging questions, and the fact that I completely biffed it on one of them and knew I biffed it on the second one. I'll take a 74.
Give me a year that the NBA draft was stacked.
2003.
Give me an NBA player that's an actual comedian off the court.
Ooh, pass.
Okay, give me someone who was teammates with Jason Richardson in the NBA.
Steve Nash.
Okay, give me a former player who coached the Knicks.
Former player who coached the Knicks. Derek Fisher.
Give me someone who wore number 50 or higher for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Zach Randolph.
Okay, and back to number 2. Give me an NBA player that's an actual comedian off the court. You have 35 seconds.
I'm gonna go Shaq.
Okay. You got all your
Shaq does a
answers
lot.
in with 30 seconds remaining. Give me a year the NBA draft was stacked.
2003.
Give me an NBA player that's an actual comedian off the court.
Skip.
Give me someone who was teammates with Jason Richardson in the NBA.
Baron Davis.
Give me a former player who has coached the New York Knicks.
Jeff Hornacek.
Okay, and give me someone who wore number 50 or higher for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Zach Randolph.
Okay, give me an NBA player that's an actual comedian off the court. You have 23 seconds.
Jeff Teague is hilarious. You're not gonna like that, but I'm giving you Jeff Teague.
Okay. We'll see how it goes. Give me a year that the NBA draft was stacked. You went with 2003, you know, LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Melo. And that was a solid answer. That was the number 3 answer on the board with 16 points.
Probably 96.
Give me a year that the NBA draft was stacked. You said 2003. That was the number 3 answer. It got you 16 points. Give me an NBA player that's an actual comedian off the court. You went with Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq. And that was on there, although it only got you 6 points. So,
okay.
Yeah. Give me an NBA player that's an actual comedian off the court. You said Jeff Teague, but he was not on there at all.
Of course he would. No, he wasn't.
I think it was more based on like taking the approach of like a comedian off the court, like stand-up comedy, because Blake Griffin was number 1.
Yeah.
Give me someone who was teammates with Jason Richardson in the NBA. You went with Steve Nash. That was a really good answer. That was the number 1 answer. 30 points added to your score.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Give me someone who was teammates with Jason Richardson in the NBA. You said Baron Davis. That was the number 4 answer on the board with 12 points. Give me a former player who has coached the Knicks. You went with Derek Fisher. And that got you 6 points. Wow. Yeah. Number 1 answer might seem obvious. I think people maybe don't think about him as much as a player, but when you think about him as a coach, Pat Riley. Yep.
Okay. That's on me. That's on me.
Give me a former player who has coached the New York Knicks. You said Jeff Hornacek. That got you 5 points.
Okay.
So you got something there, but number 1 was Pat Riley. So that's tough. Give me someone who wore number 50 or higher for the Memphis Grizzlies. You went with Zach Randolph, Zebo. That was a really good answer. The number 1 answer, and it got you 38 points.
Okay.
Give me someone who wore number 50 or higher for the Memphis Grizzlies. You said Zach Randolph. who I believe is the greatest Grizzlies player ever. But he was the greatest answer you could have chose for this one because it's the number 1 on the board. And it got you 38 points.
All right. It's not my finest outing. I could have done better, but I am happy that I did put points on the board for every question except for the comedian question. At least I did get some points.
Mm-hmm. So you are moving on to the finals once again.
Let's go. I was afraid he might have got like 114 or something. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to get past that round because a couple of those questions really stumped me up. But we're here. You know, I got a chance for redemption, man. That's what this tour is all about, man. Trying to redeem myself for the last tournament. So it feels good to be back in the finals.
We were talking about redeem those hoops in full effect.
Yes.
Give me someone who was teammates with Chris Kaman in the NBA.
Elton Brand.
Okay, give me an NBA player that chose overseas instead of college.
LaMelo Ball.
Give me an NBA player that has wore number 30 besides Steph Curry.
Skip.
Give me an all-time great rebounder who played for the Sacramento Kings franchise.
Evots.
Give me a player drafted by the Dallas Mavericks in the second round. You got 25 seconds. And you got another question, too.
What was the other question?
Give me an NBA player that's wore number 30 besides Steph Curry.
Skip.
Okay, give me a player drafted by the Dallas Mavericks in the second round. You got 10 seconds. 5.
Am I blanking?
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Especially at number 30. Why did I blank so hard on that?
Give me someone who was teammates with Chris Kaman in the NBA.
Jamal Crawford.
Okay, give me an NBA player that chose overseas instead of college.
Pass.
Give me an NBA player that has wore number 30 besides Steph Curry.
Del Curry.
Give me an all-time great rebounder who played for the Sacramento Kings franchise, or like the Royals.
Chris Webber.
Okay, give me a player drafted by the Dallas Mavericks in the second round.
Terry Rozier.
Okay, and last one. Give me an NBA player that chose overseas instead of college. You have about 15 seconds.
Yao Ming.
That's a crazy pull.
I better be on there.
That might be the greatest answer I've had on all of these so far. Give me someone who was teammates with Chris Kaman in the NBA. You said Elton Brand. That was a great answer. That was the number 1 answer on the board. 28 points. Give me someone who was teammates with Chris Kaman in the NBA. You said Jamal Crawford. They unfortunately never overlapped, so that was no points.
Okay.
The top answers were a little hard. The top 2 were Elton Brand and Corey Maggette.
Okay, fair enough.
Give me an NBA player that chose overseas instead of college. You went with LaMelo Ball. Also a really good answer. That was the number 2 answer with 27 points. Give me an NBA player that chose overseas instead of college. You went with Yao Ming. Was not on there. The question was more so based on I guess American players that went overseas instead of college.
I understand. I have no idea.
I know. You were low on time. Give me an NBA player that's wore number 30 besides Steph Curry. You did not give an answer. Give me an NBA player that wore number 30 besides Steph Curry. You went, let's go simple. Let's go with Del Curry.
Yeah.
And that was actually a pretty good answer. That was the number 1 answer on there.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I was like, well, I don't know anyone else that has number 30 in this point in time besides his, father.
Give me an all-time great rebounder who played for the Sacramento Kings franchise. You said Vlade Divac. That was on there. That got you 13 points. That was a solid answer.
I mean, I want to say Weber, and then I want to
Give me an all-time great rebounder who played for the Sacramento Kings franchise or the Royals. You went with Chris Webber. Also, the number one answer. And that got you 30 points.
Awesome.
So
Nice.
that
I
was
needed those.
huge. Give me a player drafted by the Dallas Mavericks in the second round. You couldn't give me an answer on that one, unfortunately. Give me a player drafted by the Dallas Mavericks in the second round. You said Terry Rozier. He was not, unfortunately.
I don't know anyone who Dallas has ever picked in the second round.
There were only 5 answers, and I'm not going to lie, only 2 of them were probably worth being answers, and that was Jalen Brunson and Mark Price.
Okay, I could see someone getting Jalen Brunson since they're so young, but I just had no idea.
You still got 56 points for
Yeah,
round
those are
3.
tough, man.
That's not too bad.
I'm curious to see like what other people say because like some of those answers are like I don't even know.
Pretty tough competition.
Yeah.
So
Indeed.
You moved on. You did it.
Oh man, you just gotta believe, man. You just gotta hold out hope.
Now you're in the finals.
I was not expecting this whatsoever. Okay, wow. Let's do it.
Give me someone who's played for both the Bucks and the Timberwolves.
Bucks and Timberwolves. Oh, pass.
Give me a one-time All-Star from the 2000s decade.
One-time All-Star from the 2000s decade. Jamal Mashburn.
Okay, give me an NBA player who played for both the Hornets and Pelicans franchise.
Hornets and Pelicans. Let's go Eric Gordon.
Okay, give me a Clippers player from the 90s decade.
Clippers player from the 90s decade. Let's go Ron Harper.
Okay, give me someone who played for the Pacers and was born in Indiana.
Jeff Teague.
Okay, and give me someone who played for both the Bucks and the Timberwolves. You got 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Bucks and Timberwolves. Okay. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Let's go Luke Ridnour. First guy that comes to mind. So let's go Luke Ridnour.
Okay. You know what's crazy? I had a feeling in my head that you were going to say Luke Ridnour. That's what I was
That's
thinking.
literally the only player I can think of.
Give me someone who played for both the Bucks and Timberwolves.
Skip.
Give me a one-time NBA All-Star from the 2000s decade.
Sharif Abdur-Rahim.
Give me an NBA player who played for both the Hornets and Pelicans franchise.
Like Chris Paul.
Give me a Clippers player from the 90s decade.
90s.
You got 30 seconds.
Milton Brand drafted in the 90s.
You got 20.
I'm gonna go with Elton
Okay,
Brand again.
give me someone who's born in Indiana and played for the Pacers.
Cool.
You got 12 seconds.
David West.
Okay, and give me someone who played for both the Bucks and Timberwolves. You got 5 seconds. 2, 1. Yeah.
I hate when you go blank and then you can't names. You can't pick the wrong name to shout out.
Give me someone who played for both the Bucks and the Timberwolves. You went Luke Ridnour. That was on there, but it only got you 11 points.
I thought it was gonna be less, so I'll take 11 points, man.
Give me someone who played for both the Bucks and the Timberwolves. You did not get an answer in time.
Don't
so,
tell me it was Sam Cassell for the Bucks and Timberwolves.
and you're gonna be hating it because number 1 was Sam Cassell.
Buckled under the pressure.
Give me a one-time NBA All-Star from the 2000s decade. You went with Jamal Mashburn. A lot of answers for this one too. So that one got you 5 points. Give me a one-time All-Star from the 2000s decade. You went with Sharif Abdur-Rahim. That was a solid answer. That was on there. That got you, though, 5 points because there were a lot of answers there.
Yeah.
And NBA player who played for both the Hornets and the Pelicans franchises. You went with Eric Gordon. So Eric Gordon played for the Pelicans franchise when they were named the Hornets, but not both franchises individually.
That's what I was thinking after I answered the question.
Give me a player who played for both the Hornets and Pelicans franchise. You went with Chris Paul. He unfortunately didn't play for both franchises. Give me a Clippers player from the 90s decade. You went with Ron Harper. That was a pretty good answer, though. That was 21 points. Number 2 answer. Give me a Clippers player who played in the 90s decade, and you went with Elton Brand for that one as well.
He might have been drafted in 99.
He was drafted in 99, actually. But he started his career with the Bulls. So he did not make the list. Give me someone who was born in Indiana and played for the Pacers. Might be the hardest question on this whole entire tournament, but you went with my mortal enemy, and he was on there. He did get you 18 points. So it was the number 3 answer on the board. Give me someone who was born in Indiana and played for the Pacers. You went with David West.
Is it like Doug McDermott or somebody?
David West did play for the Pacers. He was not born in Indiana, though.
I don't think he was born there.
This was a very hard question. So.
I mean, I feel like I lost to the better opponent either way. At least I waited till the biggest showdown to crap the bed, lay a big wet one out there. But I'm gonna try to learn from this experience and somehow come back more prepared for next time. Could have made that a lot more interesting. And I want to apologize to all the fans out there that I've disappointed with.
I mean, I wouldn't say you disappointed. I mean, considering you were the 14th seed, I think the expectation was that you would have the 3rd biggest blowout loss in the first round, and then the fact you got all the way to the finals is pretty impressive.
Well, I gracefully accept your compliment, but as an up-and-comer, I feel like I still had to deliver a fight. Don't get me wrong, as disappointed as I am, we're going to embrace these positives. We're going to build on that momentum, and we're going to take it into next season, next tournament, next whatever it is, and we're going to build on it. And I want to prove to everybody this was not a fluke, all right? I belong in these championship rounds. I belong with the best. It's hard to promise you're going to do better next time because nobody knows what's going to happen. But I promise I'm going to try to do better next time.
You are the champion once again. How does it feel?
This round was worse than I think my last round by far. But hey, we'll take it. I could have just said Jeff Teague and won this one. So we'll take the crown
I'm glad
back,
you
man.
didn't, though. I'm glad you didn't. That wouldn't have been good. But
we'll take the crown back. I'll be honest. After the 3rd question, I was thinking like, there's no way I won this. Like, no chance. Questions did definitely they got tougher. They got a lot tougher.
It definitely got harder. But obviously, once again, last tournament, you got knocked off your throne and you got right back on it. So how does it feel?
It feels great. I had a sour taste in my mouth. I think I lost in the first round.
Second round
tournament. It felt like a first round exit, man. Like it really did. So, I had to redeem myself. Got the 1 seed again. But anything can happen in the fast money. So I had to be on my A game, and had a little bit of luck along the way. Like I'll take it, man. I'm glad the crown's back. 4-time champ. We here.
And obviously, you have 3-peated with tournaments before, but this is technically a 3-peat with Bullony Basketball because season 3, 4, and 5, you're the tournament champion at the end now. So that's huge.
I'm glad I can win some jewelry on the channel. Maybe I'll have to step in the IRL scene and see if I can win a tournament there someday.
Ooh, I heard you were saying you and Meals against Double Team Supreme.
Maybe next year I got to get like my lower back's feeling a little messed up. I might have to get like that checked out, make sure I can compete, and then we can see what we can get going, man.
That'd be crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tournament. My man Reek, he's done it again. 4
championships. He's joining some exclusive company right now. I thought this tournament had a lot of surprises, a lot of funny answers, a lot of great answers. And you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for the next tournaments. But as for now, wrapping up another season of Bullony Basketball. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this special. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. More epic content's on the way. That I can promise. So yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.